Hi, it's Kelsey with Shipwreck Beads, and today we are going to explore some more large hole pearl creations. There we go. Can talk, I swear. Yeah, so we're going to do some stuff with large hole pearls. We're going to make two different types of necklaces because one of them is going to be really quick to make, and it's going to be using the same technique that we used on our video on Wednesday to make the bracelet, which was this bracelet here. So we're going to use a very similar technique for our the first necklace we're going to make today, and then another we're going to do sort of a layering multi-function necklace. So yeah, so I've got a couple of different sets of things here that we'll play around with. So we might as well just go ahead and jump in and get started. Hi Rosanna, how are you today? Nice to see you pop on here. Yeah, so let's go ahead and get started. We're gonna do, so for today's project, hi Kathy, for our first necklace, we're gonna use these really big 11 millimeter large hole pearls. We've got a 2 millimeter brown leather, one of the tier cast Dolce Vita rings, and then a little barrel crimp bead. Hi Deb, how are you? Did you get your order yet, Deb? I saw that I was down in shipping on Monday and I saw that you ordered and I wrote you a little note, so hopefully you got that already. So, all right, we're gonna go ahead and ankle you down and get started. There we go. You did get it, good. Okay, so we've got our leather, and so I'm just going to sort of, you can't see this, but I'm just kind of placing it around my neck to get an idea of how long I want it. So we're going to need one really long piece, and then we're going to have that, and then we're going to do a third piece that's that length. Okay. Hello, Joanne. Hi, Cheryl. Okay, so this is a really, really simple project. You guys are going to love it, though, I think. I really love it. I've seen similar necklaces to this on Pinterest, and I've wanted to make one for a long time, so we're finally going to do that. Okay. So we've got our long piece. We're going to fold that in half and we're going to add our ring. So we've got our ring here. And now we're going to add our barrel bead. Snug that up. Not all the way, but we want our loop to kind of move freely. And then we're going to take this third strand and we're going to stick that piece of leather up the center there. And try and do this so I don't have to trim it. So we're going to do that. And now we're going to smash it. So we're going to go from one side, then we're going to go to the other side and do that one. And so that's going to give it nice and... Oh no, it's not going to be long enough. Well, we're going to have to start over, because I was not paying attention. Because we do want this to be a little longer. Okay. Let's try this again. Because you need to have it be able to double up around your neck, because this is going to be a lariat style. Yes, the barrel bead is tier cast. So you want one piece that's about... What is this, about 5.5 feet? Let me measure real quick. Okay, so we want one piece that's about 6 feet long and one piece that's about 3 feet. This is what I get for never measuring anything. So, you know, do as I say, not as I do, blah, 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 all of that fun stuff. Okay. And then again, we want our third piece to be So we've got one 6-foot piece and one 3-foot piece. Okay. Oh, thank you for the share, Debbie Rogers. Okay. Let's do this again. I know, but see, I'm more of a like measure never, cut however many times till I get it right. So, but yes, the measure twice, cut once is a great piece of advice that I never follow. Okay, so let's do this again. Snug that up there. And now we're going to smash it. Okay, there we go. So this is long enough to go around the neck. And so what we're going to do is we're going to stick all three of those ends through the loop. Again, this is super duper easy. Okay, so we've got that looped around. It's looped around my neck. I know you guys can't see that part. And then we've got our ends coming out here. So we're going to use sort of, all right. Now we've got some little spacers. So we've got our necklace. Again, this is a lariat style necklace. Okay. And, you know, leather has quite a curve to it, but it will loosen that curl as it's worn. So that's just one thing to keep in mind. So the more it's worn and handled, and the better results you'll have over time. So we're going to take our first bead. We're going to layer it up with some figure out. So we want to make sure that wherever we tie our knot, that it's going to be big enough to fit over the head. And so we're going to do them at 3 different lengths. We're just going to tie a regular overhand knot. Like so. So now we want to make sure our lines stay even. Oh. Okay. Actually, I think I might add a second knot to this so that it stays where at the end there. Snug that one up. So this curly leather is really giving me some troubles here. Okay. So now we're going to take our second piece and we're going to put our second knot right at the end of the first pearl. I'm going to put on our spacer. And then a large hole pearl, and then another spacer, and then we're going to finish that up with a knot here. Okay, we're going to go ahead and finish this up. So we're going to do our third pearl here. So we want to give it about the same amount of distance. Test, make sure. Oh, see, that's way too far, so we're going to need to adjust that knot a little bit. That's not a bad idea, actually. Okay,
We can adjust that later if it's not quite even, but I think it'll be okay. Another pearl. And then we're going to finish up with another knot. So now, that's sort of the base of our lariat necklace. And again, the leather will calm down as the piece is worn. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to trim off the end of the excess cord. And I always like to do it at an angle, and I like to leave a little bit of a tail. Now you can add a little bit of glue on here too if you want to that bottom knot. Just take your GS Hypo Cement with a little needle point and just put it right in the little like crevice here between the cord, and that should be enough to keep it steady and not fall apart. And there you have it, one really simple lariat style necklace. And we'll try it on here in the end, or at the end of the video. You can see how that the cords go through here. You can loop it and knot it in some different ways to wear it, but it's just a pretty basic necklace. And so the way I like to do lariat necklaces is I like thread 2 through and then maybe knot it under here or loop one around, because you want to have something to anchor it, otherwise it's gonna slip and kind of choke you. But it's a fun little piece. And this is another piece that you can always sort of wear as a bracelet too, by wrapping it around and then tying off your ends around the little link there. And so now I'm going to show you a different one. This one, again, we're just doing knots with our leather today. So there's our first piece. We'll go ahead and set that aside. And now we've got this really pretty mixed strand of 8mm large hole pearls. Look, it's got some really nice colors on there. I've got some 1mm red leather. And we've got some buttons and some little spacer beads. So this is going to be a real easy like triple wrap necklace that's also able to be worn as a bracelet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the leather, put it around my neck 3 times. It's stuck in my hairpins. 2, 3, and I'm just measuring, I do too, around my neck to the approximate length of my necklace. So I'm going to go around 3 times, and then I'm going to double my cord. So we've got a whole mess of cord that we're working with. So we're going to add a button. Hopefully not get super tangled. Now, because this is a 1mm leather, you need to be super careful when you go about knotting it because it is very fragile. Let's see. Okay, we're gonna do just a short version of this because this is a lot of leather and I don't want to mess with it all. We're gonna shorten that up a little bit and you'll get the basic idea. Okay. We've got a much shorter section of leather now. I know, oh my God. Okay. So this, we're going to take our button, it's halfway down, we're going to tie a knot around the button. And now, we're going to string on, so the way I'm going to do this, I'm going to string on a pearl onto one strand. And then I'm going to tie both strands together in a knot. Like so. So you've got your pearl kind of captured. And then we're just going to keep doing that for the entire length of the necklace. I'm going to take some of these spacers. Now for every other pearl that I string onto my leather, I'm going to add some spacers. I don't want to do it on every single one, but I do want a little bit of that pop of gold color, that nice antique rich brass through the design. what is going on here, you? Okay, let's see if I can unknot this without pulling the beads off the strand. It looks, the longer you can make it, the cooler it looks, but it is a little time consuming. And so rather than do a whole piece, we'll just do a little half piece. Okay, so now we're going to tie another knot. And you want to try, and I'm just going to eyeball it, but you want to try and get your spacing pretty even. So it's about 1 inch between your knots. Now, if you're using a mixed strand like I am, you can, you know, pick the colors that are going next, or you can just pull them off on the order they are in the string, which is kind of nice because then it's nice and random. Now we're going to add some spacers. I need one more spacer. So I tell you what, I've been wearing the bracelet we made on Wednesday's show. I've been wearing it since then. I haven't even taken it off. Hi, Kelly. Welcome. Glad you could make it. We're gonna... Does everybody have plans for the weekend? My daughter has a soccer practice, and then we will be selling Girl Scout cookies all day. It's that time of year for sure. Drinking rum and Diet Pepsi. That's not a bad way to spend the weekend. Hi, Carlene. Oh, I know, I saw that on your Facebook page, Kelly. What a fun class. Oh, I love the pearls. I keep looking at it to see if it's something I can figure out how to make by just looking at the picture, but it looks too complicated for that. Yeah, so this is just going to be a really long strand. So ideally, this necklace or bracelet looks best when you can make it as long as possible. I like to do it towards a 3-wrap necklace, which is really long, but in the interest of time and the fact that I don't want to fight with the leather, we're just going to do a shorter version of it. But it looks really great if you can do it longer, because then not only can it be a really fabulous necklace, but it can also be a really great wrap bracelet too. Oh, that'd be great, Kelly. I would love that. And since we're using a 1mm, since we're using the 1mm leather, you can actually use quite a variety of different beads. I think the 1mm leather will fit on some of the fire polished, which is kind of nice. And some of the pressed glass you can even use with the 1mm. You know, it does, especially once you wear it enough. Because as you wear it, that leather is going to soften up, and it looks really nice as a 3-strand necklace. And because you're using the smaller leather, it's not going to be as heavy as the other pearl necklace that we made. Oh, we found some amazing pearls at in Tucson, Kelly. We got them from one of the vendors in the Holodome. But yeah, that was one thing that we really looked hard for, was some large hole pearls, because that's what I wanted. I just love them because they look so great with the leather. So we'll add a couple more pearls on here. But again, this looks really great if you can make it super duper long. Yeah, exactly. Actually, that was when we were waiting on the pearl people. It was when we saw you. It was when we were waiting for them to finish up our order. I'm using a button, and we're gonna finish up. We're gonna put one more pearl on this strand, and then I'll show you how I'm gonna finish it up. Okay. I know, all of TiaraCast's new line is just absolutely gorgeous. I've been cranking out piece after piece using it. Okay, so that's our last pearl for this. Now keep in mind, you make it as long as you can, because it looks really great as a layering piece. It is, but I won't be here. Okay, so now to finish it off, we're just going to tie some more knots, but we're going to make the space a little bit shorter, and we're not going to add the button, or we're not going to add a pearl in between. So we just want to make sure that the space in between our knots is big enough for the button to fit through, because that's how we're going to secure it. Just like that. And because I'm always big on making everything adjustable, we're going to add 3 spaces in between our do that. So now we've got it adjustable to 3 separate lengths. And now I'm just going to add some little spacers on the end here. And I like to do them at different lengths, so I don't like them to end at the same place. I like them to be sort of graduated. So we're going to make this one a little bit longer. Okay, so we can go ahead and trim this extra leather off here. Okay, so there would be our necklace. Now if it was long enough, you can double it over. And then as you wear it, the leather will relax and it'll look really nice on. Or you could use it as a long strand. So one great thing about this here, I'm going to go ahead and angle you back up. Okay, so for this piece, you can wear it, and this is one of the great things too, using the decorative button. You can wear it lariat style, so it hangs like this with the button in the front. You could just hang it as a strand, wear it with the button in the back. And again, you can see it's a little bunched up, but as you wear it again, it will relax. And then if you do a multiple wrap, it looks really cool. And then, because of the way we finished it off, let's see if I can get it off here. Can also be worn as a wrap bracelet. So you can see how you could, you know, wrap it around. And then by having those extra openings there, you can make it adjustable too. So now we can wear it as a bracelet. So it looks equally great as a bracelet or as a necklace. If you have one of the bails, you can always add like a little pinch bail to that to add a little hanging section if you wanted to add a pendant to it, and just keep a single short strand. But I love the versatility of this piece because it can be a necklace or a bracelet, and again, if you make it even longer, you can double it up around your neck or triple it depending on how long you make it. And then our other little leather piece, now this one's going to be a little, thank you Holly, a little annoying because the leather's a little temperamental. See those beads go right through there. So you can see how that sits. Now if you wanted to make it to where it's not going to move, because one of the things with the lariats like this, it's gonna, as you wear it, it's going to tighten up around your neck, which is not always the cutest or the most comfortable thing. So what you can do, take one of your pearl strands here, and you can loop it through. So we'll go up, loop it through the back way. So see how they go out, one's going one way and one's going the other? And then just knot it would be one way to do it, or you could just take the whole strand. You could make a cowboy hat band. Do your knot around like that. But there's a bunch of different ways you can kind of fiddle around with it to see how you like it to lay. And then again, you can also use this as a bracelet too. So again, wrapping it around, and then you just secure it with some type of knot through the loop there. But I love how the pearls and the leather look together. I just think they're super fun. Hi, David. Hi, Anna Claire. Thanks for joining us today. Yeah, so that's what we've got for you today. A couple of little necklace designs that you can play around with. I love giving you guys some just general ideas as far as where to start off, and then you can kind of take it and make it your own. So if you do decide to play around with the large hole pearls, which are now 25% off, everything on our website right now till Monday is 25% off for our Keep It Simple Silly sale. I think, is that? I don't know. I don't remember what the newsletter said. It's Keep It Simple something. So that's our sale. It's on till Monday. 25% off your entire web or phone order, I believe. Let's check. All web orders are 25% through Monday. So if you want to place an order on our website and get this stuff 25% off, then it's all up there. And yeah. Thank you all for joining me today. If you play around with the large hole pearls, I'd love to see what you come up with. So go ahead and share that. You can send me a message or post it on our public page. That would be fantastic. Next week, I don't know what we're going to do yet. We'll find out. So have a great weekend. I will be on Twitch next week on Tuesday and Thursday at 1:30. That's twitch.tv/shipwreckbeads. And then we will also be back here on Facebook at 10:30 on Wednesday. So we'll see you next week and make some more pretty stuff. And hope you enjoyed the video today. Have a great one. Bye-bye.